Hi guys, there is a
Hello,
ton of new.
ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I competed. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm picking up and welcome. Today we're going to be reacting to the COD Pod. And, by extension, Mr. Waffle Waffle. I probably should have said that the other way around, but either way is what it is. And if you are new here, subscribe, leave a like, look a little more into the channel. All right, let's get in.
Information about Citadelle Day More, the DLC 1 map for Black Ops 6 Zombies that has just been released in the new COD pod, so we're going to go through all of that now, react to it, and talk about what the implications
Basically
are.
a legend here on the COD
They're talking
pod
to Kevin
because he's
Drew.
the only guest we've had on twice. That's right, folks. It's Mr. Kevin Drew, the
Kevin Drew,
Associate
here we
Design
go.
Director at Treyarch on Zombies. And
Yes.
so welcome back to the show. Thank you very much for coming.
Thanks so much for inviting me. As soon as I found out that it was like a holiday special, I'm like, I'm absolutely going to be here, especially
yeah.
when you threw in the sweater.
Yeah, we got matching Zombies Christmas sweaters. Check out the COD shop and get one for yourself for all those, end of the year.
Actually, don't do that. Go to milomerch.com, get yourself some Milo merch instead. How about that?
Actually, don't do that. Go on the street and buy some heroin. Have a good Christmas.
But yeah, we got the fire going. We have so much zombies to talk about
Hell
for
yeah.
Season 1 Reloaded.
Yes, there's a ton of content coming, and let's get into it.
Tell me about it.
Kevin,
Tell me.
one thing that launched at Season 1 for Liberty Falls and Terminus is directed mode. So I just want to make sure that we're circling on that because I look at directed mode and I'm like, what a great time with the holidays for your pals to jump in. Maybe they've never played zombies, they want to try something different.
Let's be real. Everyone's just farming camos. Like, let's just be transparent
Everyone.
about this.
What's that been like with directed mode?
Not me. I don't need to no more. Fucking losers.
Launching, and what can we expect?
Yeah, it's been amazing. It's been a kind of a passion project for the team. We want to make sure that, especially coming off of like MWZ, some players might be used to a
Fucking
very open
trash.
world experience that's very, I would say, casual comparatively. Like you can kind of go at your own pace. And round-based zombies is very different. And so this was a nice answer to that. And I think it's really inviting to new players. If you're listening to or watching this podcast, you probably know all sorts of things about zombies, but your friends who might be on the fence or never even checked it out, it's a great way to bring them in an environment that's a little more easy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And make more people realize how much the team pours into these maps.
But the thing is, I hear what he's saying, right? I think that as much as it's a noble intention to be like, yeah, bring in those friends that like aren't listening to the pod, that don't care about zombies, they need to do that more, I think, within the game. Like, I really think that in the game, there should be like a special thing where it's like, okay, this weekend, if you do it in direct mode for the first time, you like get a thing or like some crazy pop-ups that make it really obvious to you if you're just a noob that doesn't care about zombies, because otherwise you're not gonna know it's there.
All the cool main quests.
I think they should have added like gobblegum rewards for every time you beat the Easter egg. So like you have like say you beat the Easter egg, you get a guaranteed ultra, but you don't guarantee what it was. Like that, I think would be awesome. But they didn't do it like that. So I mean, I feel like Easter eggs, especially Easter eggs like these that are easy to do, that you could replay a lot. I think having the ability to replay them and get rewarded for replaying them is essential in that aspect because, like I said, they're easy. Me and my buddy hopped on. We did both of them just because we wanted to. And so my whole thing is just like you have this much more relaxed zombies experience than say Black Ops 3. No, usually like the center point for most of these arguments. And with that, we have no rewards for doing these Easter eggs out like again. And I think there should be like something in place to reward people for if you already beat the Easter egg and you go back into it again, maybe you get a gobble gum, or maybe just a sizable chunk of XP, but it tells you that you get it. I feel that's a big part, just so it's not up to mystery. Then, everyone going, well, it's there, you're just not seeing it. Yeah, nobody wants that. But what was Oh yeah. Well, let's get back into it.
Best content, the boss fights, all these things, and so
Yeah, and
you know,
especially for me, like the celebration of the narrative. Like there's such a great storyline
yeah.
going, and great way to get your buds, spend your holidays.
Get them
getting
started.
in direct mode.
Or just get
And of
them
course, with the
grinding
new
camos.
map, can
Yeah.
you tell us a little bit about what directed mode will look like eventually? Right, like those maps came out at launch. Then with the launch of season 1, we had directed mode. So there's always going to be a delay between when the map is live and when directed mode starts. So what might that look like for Citadel?
Yeah, so this will be pretty similar, about the length, same amount of time as the launch maps. So you can expect very early next year is
Early
when that
next
will
year.
flip on for Citadel.
It seems really cool. I mean, you brought it up. Feels like so long ago now that you had a third map coming already. I thought, well, we've got 2 great maps already. What are you talking about? How
It's
we already
true.
have a third? But I'm also really excited to see the big change. Of course, Liberty Falls a little bit more modern, a little bit more urban area. Terminus is this sort of a lot of concrete, a lot of sort of spy lab vibe going on. So this is a really exciting departure. Design-wise, see creepy castles, lots of cobblestones, basically.
Yes.
Is the vibe I'm getting.
Very old, very ancient. A lot of history at this castle.
A lot of history at the castle. I wonder where you could learn some of that history. It's almost like if you went to the castle and like spoke to people that lived there, you could learn a lot about its history, right? Crazy.
And very different. Just moving away from kind of the old like facilities and things like that. This
The overuse of facilities.
I love that you mentioned that. That's so funny because we've had this criticism in the zombies community for so long that every map is just another facility. At least once we got out of the ether and moved into the dark ether story, right? Like Firebase Z, facility. D Machine, obviously, facility. Forsaken, facility. Like over and over. Mauer is slightly less, but even so, still suffers a little bit from it. I would say just a little smidge. But yeah, I think the fact that they recognize that and they're like, no more facilities. That is.
But that's a hard argument because, like, Cold War's story is just inferior. Really, where you're feeling it. Like, that's why the facility is fucking gnawing your senses. Okay, it's because there's such a heavy press and the story is chugged down your throat with and all this other shit in Cold War. And my God, you got the fucking evac guy talking to you, and then you have the other people on comms just running their fucking mouths. So I mean, being real,
That is
is
good.
just
no, awesome with that. But no, yeah, I think it's just the story and how like just how hard like they lean into it. It's like, hey, we're doing this research here, every fucking time. And it was almost like the same story, just same shit, different place. It really what it was.
That is
old
good.
world. Lots of magic here.
New
That's
flavor.
cool.
Yeah, I've
Lots of magic.
heard you guys talk about magic before, so I feel like we're getting a little bit of a wink wink on the
There's
magical
always kind of 2
nature.
sides to zombies. There's the science.
The legend of a hunter who uses the methods of the animal. Craven.
Scientific horror aspect where we're crafting all these wonder weapons, and then there's every once in a while we get to go to the other side where it's more just pure magic, like the roots of Dark Ether.
Love
It's
it.
kind of, and kind
Whoa,
of
he was
tying into
going,
history and
going
Arthurian
crazy.
legend, like the
Looking
magic
back
and
there.
those things tie directly into what we're doing here.
I need to take a second on that. I need to take a little breather. Excuse me? The roots of the Dark Ether story, the roots with actual Arthurian legend being part of that? That is where we're going?
So excited.
Yes, please. I mean, I'm glad you brought up the roots there. Where does this sit storyline-wise? Is this taking place directly after Terminus?
Yeah, so I'm calling this our European vacation. We've broken out of Terminus.
Zombies goes to France.
Zombies goes to France. We've discovered that we're looking for Dr. Kraft, and the reason is he's the foremost expert on the occult and has direct knowledge and ties to the Sentinel artifact that we're now trying to track down.
He has direct ties to it. Interesting.
Which will help us. But this is the next step, and so it brings us here to Avalon in the southern region of France, and we're here.
Southern France, huh? It's interesting. I wonder if there's a real castle built in a similar fashion to what we see in Citadelle des Morts in the south of France. I wonder.
Here to find Kraft and find the Sentinel artifact.
So no spoilers, but if you have not finished the main quest in Terminus, we're kind of picking up right where that left the dedicated crew off.
Exactly. And really, the rest of the game or through the seasons, we're going to be following this crew and their story.
Awesome. So speaking of Terminus, how would you kind of categorize the experience? Like Miles made a great point, art style in terms of the milieu. I think I used that correctly. The setting, the vibe of the two different maps. Obviously, this Citadel is a new flavor for us, which is really exciting.
This is a
but
good question.
From an experience standpoint, kind of like how do you categorize it between the two existing maps of just Easter eggs and main quest and
Casual
what to
or
expect?
I'm gonna guess here, because having explored some castles in my time, I'm gonna guess that it's gonna be quite narrow. Like, I think the zombies maps that we've had so far have been pretty open, to be honest. Terminus is an island, right? There's a lot of space. I'm gonna guess this one is more about those tight corridors, the narrow pathways, because that's how these castles are.
Yeah, I think like it's a big map. It's dense.
Okay. It's dense.
It's like Liberty Falls is very simple, straightforward. Terminus is like one of the biggest we've ever made, and we don't have an ocean in this one. So you can imagine kind of like the size of Terminus, but kind of compacted, right? And,
You're right.
And being a castle, there's a lot of claustrophobic spaces, especially once you get further into the map. Places you don't want to be necessarily high rounds for very long. So I'm hoping it will provide a nice challenge for players. Kind of coming off of Liberty Falls and Terminus, like this is the next step.
Yeah.
We'll see where it goes from there.
Also, I just played Mob of the Dead Remastered like 2 days ago and did a whole video on it. And one of the things I was saying in that was, I feel like these modern zombies maps never give me that claustrophobia feel. Like, never. Like, I literally say those words, I don't know, 3/4 of the way through that video while I'm running through the cell block or whatever. And so for them to be basically already sort of answering that in this map feels prescient of them. That's really, really cool.
Awesome.
Very exciting.
Can you tell us a little bit about the Wonder Weapon the Wonder Weapons?
We know that each map,
Wonder
actually,
Weapon.
Round-Based Zombies
Hold
and
on.
Black Ops 6 has a Wonder Weapon.
Hold on.
I'm Dennis Carter.
Oh, fuck you, Dennis
I'm the
Carter.
Program coordinator of the Adult Day program.
At first I was like, yeah, tell me. But then I thought for a second, I was like, wait a sec. Wouldn't it be cool if, well, maybe his answer is going to be this, but wouldn't it be cool if the approach they took was to be like, you know what, for Citadelle des Morts, we want the fan base, we want players to discover those things for themselves as part of the Easter egg, right? Like, I know everyone knows that it's leaked to be swords, but wouldn't it be cool if from the dev perspective, they didn't just sort of reveal it in advance? Wouldn't that be good? Like, if tomorrow in the trailer, we get footage of what the boss is in the map, that's gonna suck ass. And I don't want them to keep going in that direction. So I'm
Alright, my thoughts on this is saying like hints of what the wonder weapons are. Like if they go, hey, yeah, they're elemental, they're swords. If they take up just your melee weapon slot, they are swords for sure. That'd be awesome. Have a wonder weapon then 2 guns. That's kind of neat. So that'd be cool. But It's in like you hop in game and you have to like find out whether like what elements are back, whether it's lightning, fire, and all that shit again, or if it's something new, like how the wolf bow and the void bow were completely new. So I mean, yeah, they can. I feel like they can tell you, hey, the wonder weapon's going to be a sword, and there's going to be multiple of the swords. But but we're not going to tell you what elements they are or nothing. I feel that's a calm balance between the two.
I'm really curious, actually, how he's going to answer this question.
So we're just kind of like we're just like poking around, you know?
Yeah. So this is what I'll say. We're going to a castle, and that invokes a certain imagery, and we have a dedicated melee slot in this game.
Okay.
And so it kind of made perfect sense to, I don't know, have some swords.
Okay, so he was kind of recognizing. I could see the wheels turning in Kevin's mind there, because he was literally sitting there going, I don't want to spoil this, but they've asked me to spoil this. So I'm gonna spoil this, right? But you can at least see that he recognized that just going ahead and revealing it wasn't something he should just be charging ahead straight into necessarily. So yeah, okay, I give him some points for that.
The wonder weapons, and
Swords as wonder
another
weapons.
aspect is when we get a chance, we love to do 4 elemental weapons. It's something that's really fun, where each player can kind of identify with one of these 4 elemental weapons and like their play style and have a.
It's great. It's great news. It's something that I don't think we should know in advance. Obviously, the leaks over the last couple of weeks have meant that we've known for ages at this point, so it's really no surprise here. It's kind of nice to get the confirmation, I suppose. But yeah, it's a complex one. It's a weird one.
I want to scream into the microphone because I'm so stoked for this.
What are you most excited for about this? I mean, melee weapons and spooky gothic vibes are one thing. What are you excited for?
I mean, it's kind of matching that, where just the environment is so cool and unique. And I mean, who doesn't love castles?
Yeah.
Right? Like they're just inherently fun.
Yeah.
Weirdos.
So,
yeah.
But that combination of like the village below and the town tying in with the castle just really lends itself to a lot of unique spaces, like the tavern, the stables, and then the elemental wonder weapons.
Oh,
I'm really excited about those.
I have seen enough of it to say that like I said, I'm so stoked for this. I cannot wait to spend kind of the holidays diving deep into the new map. But the new map, Citadelle, is not the only thing coming to Season 1 Reloaded. There's so much zombies goodness. We've got a new perk coming. We've got the Tesla Storm as the new field upgrade. We've got the Light Mend ammo mod. Take us through a couple of these and tell us what we've got to get excited about.
So let's start with the perk, because that's a big deal. Everyone's like, which one is it?
Yeah,
a lot of speculation.
It's Vulture Aid, which is a perk we haven't seen since Buried and Black Ops 2.
Wow.
No one, dude, Vulture Aid's so random.
Zombies drop things. So now if you drink this perk, zombies can drop ammo. They can drop more salvage.
Leaf.
No, I hate it. I hate it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but it is annoying that zombies don't drop ammo to force you to buy a perk that you previously didn't need because the zombies just did what you needed them to do and dropped ammo in Modern Warfare Zombies, or the point system meant that you didn't need to get ammo back the way that you currently need to get ammo back. Like they've created this problem.
They did create this problem, but they're now selling you the problem.
Feeling a little woke.
In a perk can.
Manufactured this problem.
You need it. You want it. Fucking take it. Like, honest to God, it's just crazy in terms of like difficulty. How the fuck is Vulture Aid gonna work to not make the game deafeningly easy? For one thing, because I feel like that's a massive aspect of it. Is how does Vulture Aid, the perk that gives a green mist that hides you in zombies, and then now it gives you more salvage and ammo drops. God damn. This thing sounds like it's the utility of utility perks. And if not, the first perk to buy. I mean, well, all things considered, it won't have a machine on Terminus or Liberty, so it's gonna be around 25 perk by default for that. So, hmm, food for thought there. But yeah, this is gonna be a perk you'd want early on, it sounds like, because if it's anything like Death Perception in the Cold War, Death Perception made a difference early. The earlier you bought it, the better it was. And then it was great in the late game too, because you got so much salvage, and your salvage was now, you got the bonus salvage on top of it. So yeah, Death Perception was awesome. It was one of the perks I was the perk I always bought first in Cold War. So I mean shit. Maybe Vulture will be, I love Buried, by the way. So the fact that this is coming back is awesome. And I'm super excited for that, but I don't feel it fits the theme of the map. So I kind of like when like the perks kind of like fit in a little bit. Like Black Ops 3's only perk it added was Widow's Wine, and Widow's Wine had the boss fight for and Zetsubo. So it had like a little cool thing for it. I feel like there could have been like another map that they could have thrown this in on and gave this map at something else. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being nitpicky.
By changing the point system and by changing the drop system from Modern Warfare Zombies, like both of those.
Also, Mule Kick in Cold War gave ammo. So the fact that this gives ammo now may mean there might be no Mule Kick.
Those changes, and now they've been like, okay, we've created a problem, now let's allow you to solve it by spending money in the game. But like, that doesn't feel, I don't know, maybe I'm just a grumpy old man, but like, Vulture Aid also, it's in the visual element of it is in the game already. You can literally just turn on the setting, right? So it feels like, let's keep listening, I suppose.
Fools.
Wait a minute. The visual setting? I don't think I follow Dang in terms of the visual setting, but I know he did not mean this because he would have said it more clearly, I believe. But Vulture Aid, in the faintest term, one of its effects in Black Ops 2 was that you were able to see box locations through the map. I don't want that to come back. I don't want it back. We now have the mini map, and my screen is already competing for enough space as is. So, and like I play between the Xbox and computer, so my settings constantly get reset, and then not to mention the game resets the settings just because when it wants to. So like, sure, yes, you can change the settings, but it's also annoying to you because it keeps getting fiddled back. So if you go super specific settings, well, tough. They're going to fuck it. We're going to fuck them up next mid-season update. So all that complaining aside, Vulture aids that ability I talked about on the mini map. It shows guns, ammo, and all that other spots you can find it just on the mini map. So it's not or the attack map. So that ability would just be a waste of space on the screen. And while the zombies community has been complaining forever since the war zonification of zombies about or actually, well, technically that's true because Black Ops 4 had a war zone mode. But ever since Black Ops 4 about the fucking screen space being so shitty and why it's like that, I don't think then like this game they made an effort not to make it shitty, and they gave you a bunch of HUD like very HUD settings to use that are nice. A lot of depth there. But my thing is, holy shit. Yeah, holy shit. The fact that I just do not want that Vulture effect on my screen. If it was an augment, that'd be perfect. Okay. But if it's included in base perk, fuck that. Like, even if it's an augment, the only reason I want it to be an augment is so I don't have to have it. Now, I hope Vulture does give the Grin Mist. It makes little drops and stuff like that. I hope. I don't know what the augments for that would be. I hope one is the box. You can see the box and all that through the walls or whatever, just so you don't have to go It's not a default though on the perk. Or what would be even better for scavenger is to allow you to carry more armor plate whilst you have it. That would be amazing. Maybe more ammo. We could turns out scavenger into a bandolier bandit, I think, or something like that. Let it hold more ammo capacity, stuff like that. Like scavenger could go really crazy. Scavenger's baseline perk is also fucking insane, even for this game. But it's gonna be really tough for them to balance such a genuinely strong perk.
That's what
So-
I want them to drop.
Yeah. So like,
personally.
if you like picking up things, this is the perk for you. It also got a very awesome kind of reskin, just like we've been doing with a lot of the perks that are older. We bring them back, and the team does an amazing job, like making them very unique and having a lot of character. This time, the Vulture 8 is literally a giant like vulture, and its beak can actually take out zombies when you buy the perk. It's really cool.
I've seen that happen, and it's so cool to watch. Like you're trying, you run up to it, grab the perk, and it's just gonna, so you have zombies
We have faced down death, famine, war to hold these lands together.
chasing you. It's like,
Wait, Peck's back.
yeah,
Wow.
Yeah,
It's
Peck's
awesome.
back.
That's amazing.
Not even Dr. Peck. It's just a different
Doctor.
one.
Yeah, we had to. I tried to pitch early on. Like I knew for the holidays we were gonna do something special for zombies. I voted for Peck the Halls. I know.
That's a good one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tesla Storm filled up.
Okay, yeah. We'll have to reserve judgment on the perk. We'll see, right? We'll see. But like, it's not an exciting perk. I'm not excited for Vulture Age, you know what I mean? But yeah, sure,
Really?
whatever, fine.
Upgrade. This is coming back.
Tesla Storm.
It makes you a living Tesla coil. So very useful. It just shocks and damages zombies all around you. What's really cool in co-op is it actually links up with anyone near you.
Oh,
so
no
it's a
way.
great co-op skill. Like you
Yes.
pop that, all of you connect, and it's like you're like this, I don't know, army of lightning.
Like a chain link
Everyone's
friendship.
pitching me as an army of lightning. Like,
Yeah.
hello, I'm
Yeah.
in. Count me in.
It sounds cool. Yeah, I think the one challenge, I guess, with Tesla Storm is going to be that you've sort of got that vibe in Energy Mine, for instance, like sort of a little bit. I think that in terms of its utility, I'm curious. I'm curious to see what utility it's going to bring to the game that feels different, because I think with the damage-based field upgrades, they're just sort of harder to make exciting, I think, because, like, what's the best thing they can do? Just take out all the zombies around you. Okay, cool. But no matter how they're being taken out, if they're all just doing the same thing, they all just feel the same ultimately. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm curious. I'm really curious what Tesla Storm's going to be like. I hope it's got some kind of unique utilities that we can add on to its moveset as well.
Enlightenment, the
Yes.
ammo mod coming.
So Lightman is a brand new ammo mod. We never had this, and
Yeah.
ammo mods. It's really we want to make sure every time we make a new ammo mod, it serves like a new gameplay role.
Okay, well, that's what I was saying about the field upgrade. So I'm glad we're aligned on that.
That is a good
And
mentality.
this time around, it's all about healing and kind of defense. So the idea here is with this ammo mod, when you kill zombies, they spawn these little health orbs, and they'll stick around and then kind of suck into you when you go low on health.
What? Oh, this is gonna be so broken. This is gonna be so broken. Also, I love the fact that this didn't leak. I don't think anyone knew.
Also, I'm just saying, fucking Vulture is gonna be busted. This is gonna be busted. Fucking Tesla Storm is probably gonna be mid as shit. Was in Cold War. It was okay. It was cool. Had a few uses, but other than that, it was okay.
That this was coming. So whatever Treyarch, whatever you did to hide that from data mining, etc., just do that with everything else, guys. Like, what the hell?
Awesome.
So if you kind of kite in an area, you'll start to accumulate this supply of orbs that kind of bail you out if you get in trouble.
Bro, I think this sounds so good, because this is going to allow people to start making basically glass cannon builds. Like, well, will it though? I don't know. It might do. Let's let him keep talking.
Support players, we're looking at you.
Glass cannon, bro. There is no such thing. It's either you're either the shit or you're not. You don't get touched. That's
You guys.
Yeah, very
And that
helpful.
helps,
need
everyone,
you.
that helps the whole team.
Yeah, so anyone who's low on health that runs near one of
Grab
these gets
them.
sucked up. And then also you can augment all of these. There's 6 augments for each of these. with the light mend, like you can actually make it even a little bit offensive. So those orbs will damage zombies if they run through it. If you're kind of playing, if you don't necessarily need all the healing capacity.
So 18 new augments. You've also just given us a little taste of what's coming there, but we also have 3 new gobblegums coming.
Yes.
Care to share?
I would love to. So we have Power Keg returning, which spawns at full power, which is really useful for boss fights, things like that, where you need like Frenzy Guard back in a pinch. We have a new one that's called Timeout, which is what you think it is, where it actually like stops the round and gives you a nice lengthy break.
Just a little sabbatical.
If the squad's like almost dead, it's like timeout. We can go reset, get everyone up, get everyone equipped, and then we'll resume.
What? That sounds insanely OP. That sounds crazy. It's just
Hey folks, did you know that this M1911 is totally legal for everyone to own, no permit required? We've just got a fresh batch in from China's North Industries Group. It shoots rubber bullets and you can snag one today for just $39. This bad boy fires .45 ACP rubber rounds with a punch of 150 joules and it's accurate up to 10 meters. It's the perfect self-defense tool. It'll scare off the baddies without landing you in hot water with the law. We've put 25 out of the 200 we got through their paces, and let me tell you, they are just as good as the ones Colt makes. So don't sweat the quality, it's top-notch. To celebrate our first online sale of these Chinese beauties, we are slashing the price by a whopping 90%. But hurry, we've only got 80 left, and when they are gone, they are gone. And get this, you can try it out for 14 days, risk-free. If you're not over the moon, we'll give you a full refund, no questions asked.
The new folding revolver by Standard Manufacturing has been officially released today. No documents or procedures are required. Just see this video and you can buy one. This revolver is the size of a cod and can easily fit into your pocket in an emergency. It can be unfolded and fired in 1 second. With an effective range of up to 10 meters, it has 2 safeties and is very safe to use. With easy aiming, making it suitable even for women, the foldable gun is made entirely of engineering plastic, 20 times more durable than steel, with a simple structure that is easy to maintain. It can even pass through security checks when put in your pocket without being detected, making it ideal for carrying and self-defense in emergencies. Our shop is now offering a promotional sale at the lowest price ever. With free
but on steroids. Like, that's nuts.
I get that in Idolize. I'm taking a vacation.
Exactly.